I like that groove. I like that groove. What's going on, everybody? It is Coach Greg Adams back in here with another YouTube live stream. Shout out to the Coach Gang.
And that's you.
For being in here, being involved, and being active on this YouTube channel. Well, welcome back to Thursday Night Roski and Takeout Thursday.
What kind of fuck you give me?
The second longest running episodic program and live stream on YouTube. You in here with the Bruce Wayne, it is Ish, the king of kings, the king of content, and the speaker of truth, yours truly, the notorious one, a.k.a. Mr. Coachellini, better known as a prognosticator, Coach Stradamus. And you're in the Desert Storm bunker with none other than EWF. That is every woman's fantasy, but you can call me CGA, God Allah. And I'll be the 14-time monetized champion today. Today we have a show called Only Mitches Will Agree with These Skeezers. These lovely women that you see on the thumbnail. We have two women making bringing out some hardcore facts. I guess one is bringing out a fact. We're going to see if you agree with her. And another one's bringing out fiction. And we're going to see if you agree with her. Only Mitches will agree with these women and stay losing for the rest of their lives. To contribute to today's show, $ the Notorious CGA on the Cash App, Venmo, Coach Greg Adams TV. It is PayPal, paypal.me/Coach Greg Adams. And that is near the top of the description box on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. And you can super chat by clicking the link on the top of the live chat on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. All right, let me get into this one. Let's see if there's any earlier contributors to today's show. How about we do that? Normally not, because, people are just getting home from work on the West Coast. All right, and I don't know what you're doing on the East Coast. But shout out to No Government Name. He says, your consistency and persistence is inspiring. Co-sponsorship. All right. Thank you, sir, man. I appreciate that. It is not easy to get up, and work a barbell schedule where you're doing two things, but there's a break in between. It's hard to go back. Imagine, you guys work at Jiffy Lube, know what I'm talking about. You guys that work at Jiffy Lube know what I'm talking about. Imagine you had a shift earlier in the day, and then they sent you home for 5 hours, and then they said, come back to work another shift. You like, Negro, please. Like, just say you came in, you opened the store. You know what I mean? You got all the bays ready. You got all the oil lined up. You know what I mean? You open the store, you sweep the floor, you got all the rocks in the grass and the cut grass away from there. You put out all the rugs and all of this shit. You put the sign out in front. You know what I mean? You got in the bays and you was changing oil and shit, and you was doing all this shit, right? Washing windshields and all that shit. You did that for a good 5 hours, 6 hours. You know what I mean? You put in the day 7 hours and shit. And then you was like, good, I worked my 7 hours. I'm going to go home and shit and do shit. And then it was like, yeah, come back in 5 hours and do another shift. Close the store. You know what I mean? Check the cash registers and shit. See if they, you know what I mean? Type all the shit. Put the money in the safe. Oh, man. You know what I mean? Barbell schedule. They call it a barbell schedule. It looks like a barbell with the weights on each end. Personal trainers. Yeah, you got to clean up all the dookie in the bathroom and take all the trash out and clean the dookie off the toilet and mop the floors. Imagine. You know what I mean? It's not that easy. But personal trainers work schedules like that too. And barbers work schedule like that. Anybody that works a job that your busy hours are when people don't work. All right. So barbers, you'll probably see an uptick in the morning and the evening, right? Because you're not going to, some people go to the barber in the middle of the day, but many barbers, their uptake is going to be morning, early, and evening. So they might have to work a barbell schedule like that. There's other people that has to do it. So anyway, nigga, we all got the same 24 hours. So nigga, let's get to work, bitch. All right, the JUCO can wait because Takeout Thursday is tonight, though.
What kind of fuck you give me?
Takeout Thursday is tonight. Yeah, doctors, they typically are probably going to work a barbell, all right, where, they got appointments early and appointments later after work. Bus drivers. Yeah, these are people that work schedules like this because the peak is going to be when people are at work. When people are at work 9 to 5, it's going to slow down. All right, but anyway, it is what it is. All right, yeah, man. You still got to get it, man. You got to get it how you get it. You can complain later, nigga. You can complain when you're dead. and all of that. But, you know, you got to do what you got to do out here. Oh, man, I had a great story, man. Anyway, I might have to pull, you know what? Let me remind myself to pull this story up for another day. Let me see here. I just remember the story. Oh, it's a crazy ass story. So let me log in over here on PayPal. Crazy. He says I go to a barber in the middle of the day. Yeah. Go if you could go to the barber in the middle of the day, you winning. On a Monday, Tuesday, well, most of the time barbers don't work Mondays because they be working all weekend. So typically people that do hair or in that type of business, those related businesses, you will find that Monday is their day off because they worked all day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, love. Shout out to the bus drivers out here. All right, we got our brother. It is King Porter says, Coach, you mentioned Isaiah 4:1. I'll be trying to tell these Christian feminists they headed for trouble, but as you know, they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it, man. That's the one thing you guys got to know, man, is no matter what you tell Mitches and women, they ain't trying to hear that shit. All right, they ain't trying to hear it. Mitches think Isaiah 4:1, they're going to be the beneficiary of too. And one day, there'll be 7 women that'll call by that name. Y'all niggas ain't getting no hoes, all right? Y'all niggas can't even afford $100 a week. You guys aren't getting Isaiah 4:1. These are going to be people with land, money, potential, you know, more than potential. But people don't want to listen, man. People don't want to listen. They'll jump to from the frying pan to the fryer. They don't give a fuck. Shout out to CJ. He says we were supposed to marry these reform hoes. All right, that was from earlier in today. So we got King Porter in the building. We also had no government name BH. And then it looks like I got a coaching call scheduled. All right. Shout out to you. But yeah, man, people don't want to listen to no shit. But y'all broke niggas ain't getting no Isaiah 4:1. All right. Polygyny is for niggas with money. And when I say niggas, that's all races. Because all of us is niggas, I guess, are supposed to, you know, especially here. Especially here. We all in the same gang. But yeah, poly don't work for y'all. Broke niggas like one day the world gonna collapse. We gonna get 7 women to 1. No, you're not. You're not getting 7 women to 1. You're gonna have no hoes. Okay. We're gonna get into it. How about we do that? With what is this segment here? It's Straggle and Sniggle Theater. All right, that's what we're doing. Let's go.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
Straggle and Sniggle Theater. Let's see if YouTube starts messing with me today. I cleared up my end. All right, I called my internet service provider. I done refreshed my browser. All right, shit should be good. All right, we done took the power up like crazy. All right, so we'll see, man, if it's me or YouTube. If they start messing with me today, you know who it is.
Straight Jack.
You know who the culprit is. Straggle and Sniggle Theater, we have the woman that we were going to talk about today, but I was teaching a lesson. A woman that got cancer, all right? And she got cancer and left her husband to get trains ran on her by up from between 100 and 200 men, allegedly. Let's take you to the internet story right here. There she is right there. And of course,
Where the white women at?
all right, of course, it's a white woman. This is typical white woman activity.
Where the white women at?
All right, because black women run trains without an excuse. All right, so, you know, white women need an excuse. Well, I was just going to die and all. You know, I just was feeling I want my self-esteem. She looking like John Elway in the mouth.
Hey, where the white women at?
All right. She been always wanting to do this. She did some in college, too. But let's play the video.
Left her husband to be with as many men as possible after she got diagnosed with terminal cancer. And to say the internet is divided would be an understatement. But I want to know what you think. Molly was 42 when she got breast cancer. She beat it and was given hormone therapy. And most people, that causes a massive decrease in bedroom drive, but Molly saw a massive increase. A couple years later, her cancer came back, and it was terminal. She would have a couple years to live at best. During that time, she said she fell out of sync in the bedroom with her husband. husband. But acts in the bedroom were the only thing that made her dying self feel alive. So she divorced her husband of 15 years and slept with nearly 200 men before passing away. During that time, she wrote about it on her blog and talked about it on her podcast. And it was such an unusual story, it's now become a TV series on Disney Plus of all platforms. She left her husband to be with as many men as possible.
Now, one thing I've been saying is this, and a lot of people don't really, because there's going to be some things that now are going to be proving my truths. One thing that I've always proven is that, number one, women are not monogamous. They're not programmed to be monogamous, all right? They are culturally enforced to practice monogamy, all right, which under duress and threat, normally by men or weak men or misogynists or patriarchy, whoever else is doing this, all right, but they're programmed to do this. So then when you have you have instability, people become their true selves. All right, soon as there's no consequences, you're not going to be around, there's instability, people will be their true selves. People think, oh, I'm a highly moral person, I'm righteous. Let there be instability. You will commit crimes. You will commit crimes, G. All right, don't think you're a good person, man. All right, because it's a dog-eat-dog world. They had a story that we read in I think high school called Alive. All right, where there was a soccer team or a football team that crashed in the into the mountains in Chile, I believe, and they start eating each other. They start eating each other to stay alive. Nigga, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you have these standards of morality just based on the fact that you have security and you're going to live. You know, you don't want your reputation. But as soon as it's time to die, oh, well, you know what? Fuck it. All right, I'm going to go get trains ran on me. That's what she said. All right. That's what she said. But that proves that, number one, women are not naturally monogamous. All right. They are culturally enforced to practice monogamy, where there's a risk, which we're going to hear. There's a risk for you not being non-monogamous. There's a risk. So her risk was she wouldn't been able to get married and stay with her husband and then live happily ever after. Soon as that was gone and she didn't feel that pressure, well then, just like that. It was an amounts of the Los Angeles. All right, yes, Alive. They made a movie out of it later on. I never seen the movie because I already read the story. I said, well, I don't need to see the movie. I don't want to see them eating each other. All right, but yeah. It happens like this, brothers. Hey, man, just understand this. All right, soon, especially white women, you know, they playing like Stepford wives and robots. White women really train like bots. You know, they are the Matrix. They are the Matrix, Agent Smith. All right, so then what happens is, as soon as there's no penalties, you see what happens. All right, anyway, as soon as there's no penalty, they start acting like their regular self. All right, because you know how white women, they be walking around, walking their dog, like, you know what I mean, doing the thing, you know what I mean, walking their little dog. And then they go to the little Starbucks, all right, get their little coffee, sip their coffee, have they crackers, you know what I mean? They go there, they get that seaweed from Trader Joe's, be eating a little seaweed. They get their tuna sandwich. They eat their little tuna sandwich. They go to work. They smile and giggle. Then they go back home, walk their dog. They be programmed like bots. They sit back. They make their little soup. You know what I mean? They do shit like this. Watch their little TV shows. Watch Friends. Like the shit is funny. Yep, get their little pumpkin spice latte. They put their little shirt on with the little thing, the little hand thing in it. They get their little, they get their little, what do they call them? They get their little Uggs, and then they get their little leggings and their big sweater with the little thumb thing in it, and they walk around, you know, with their pumpkin spice. They booty cheeks don't even move. They just be like pancakes. And then they do that shit over and over and over every goddamn day, practicing to be happy. All right, anyway. they be like bots. All right, anyway, why are we making fun of white women? What do they do?
Where the white women
That ninja said tomato basil soup. They get their tomato basil soup. This is so good. Like, bitch, is you real? Are you real? This can't be good. You had tomato basil soup and fucking grilled cheese last week, and you said it was so good. Now you're saying it's good again. You had it last week. Is anything bad? All right, they'll start complaining later on. Yeah, there they are right there, right there.
Hey, where are the white women at?
That's where they at right there. Every day is the same day. It's like a dog, you know what I mean? You know, a dog, every day is the same day, and they be happier than a motherfucker, right? And then when you put them to sleep, they be depressed. They be like, fucker, this fucking guy gave me kibbles again. This guy kicked that fucking toy to me again. This guy left the house again. Then he came back again, all right? Then he pet me on the head again. This is how white women live their lives and shit. They be like, totally happy with things. They go home, cry. All right, you never see it, though, unless you marry one. If you marry one, you'll see it.
Hey, where are the white women at?
I'm just letting you know. That's why they look forward to seasons. Nothing makes white women happier than seasons. They wake up and they're like, oh, my God, I love fall. They get their little thigh-high boots and their leggings and their fucking sweater, and they go to the pumpkin patch. Bitches be at the apple dapple farm. Let's do apple dapples. Let's go to the pumpkin patch. I bet you did that last year. I want to take pictures in the leaves and look in the sky as the leaves are falling. I love fall. Then winter comes around. Oh my God, they get my winter coat. They get their winter coat and their hat. And they're like, I love winter. I love the snow. They get in there doing snow angels. All right. Then spring comes around. I love spring. They go to Daytona Beach and fornicate. Then they walk outside and be out there tanning their pink skin. I need to put some sun on my hide. I have the whitest ass. I'd be like, tell me more about your white ass. Uncooked Cinnabons, you say. Then summer, they be burnt to a crisp. I'm totally peeling. All right, anyway.
Hey, where are the white women at?
Yep, they get their little sundress, their little fucking bag. They get their little spring bag, and they go to the Hamptons. I feel so. All right. Oh, man, it's crazy.
Where the white women at?
They adapt to the environment. They're interesting characters. I'm going to tell you that real quick. Interesting characters. Interesting characters. All right, anyway. They start scrapbooking and all kind of shit, doing hobbies and going to Michael's and Jan's. They go to Michael's and do the Hobby Lobby. They be out there buying shit. I'm going to make a snowman out of popsicle sticks. They're interesting. God bless them. You know what I mean?
Hey, where are the white women at?
God bless those ladies. All right, Straggle Sniggle Theater, man. Apparently, Cenat is now officially part of the new world order. Oh, I don't know about that. Cenat, no smoke here. Apparently, he's being targeted here, and basically, you know how these ninjas do in the industry. Yeah, Joanne's. You know how these ninjas do in the industry. So the industry always wants to take control of all industries. You know, the movie, the Hollywood, you know, something popping, they definitely want to take control of it. So this is what's happening now. Cenat and the streamers are towing the line of, do they want to be a part of the mainstream or do they want to stay to their roots on streaming platforms? Now, there's a lot of money because there's a lot of residuals in the mainstream. But there's not much residuals in the streaming community, but he's the top streamer. So he's like, where do we go from here? So Hollywood is calling. The celebrities are calling. He had Kevin Hart on his stream. He has a lot of major celebrities. He had Megan Thee Stallion. He has SZA. All right, he's had a lot of major people. But now, guess what? It's time to kiss the nanny goat. New world order. It's time to kiss the nanny goat. And you have the Duke shooters, the Diddler Party ninjas, allegedly calling him on his live stream. And they're like, it's time to kiss the nanny goat. According to this document, Ray J calls Cenat on stream upset about never being invited to a sleepover saying he wants to take a shower and sleep with him like everybody else.
Hey, yo, chill, son. Hey, yo.
All right, you guys know Ray J. You know what I mean? You talk about arrested development. He's still 16-year-old in a 40-something-year-old's mind, body, and spirit. He still thinks he's one of the YNs. He still thinks he's one of the OGs. Ray J's an interesting person. He should be studied under a microscope. This ninja's eternally a YN. But let's hear it and see what happens here. Cenat invited to the Nanny Go, all right?
New world order.
And for those who don't know, Cenat has done streams where he streams 24 hours, and he'll do this for 30 days or 2 months, and then they'll even shower in there, but they have on swim trunks. And then they'll have sleepovers where they're recording themselves sleeping. So this is happening, and other celebrities have done it. So Ray J says, where's my invite? Where's my hug ass nigga? Okay, so here we go.
Yeah, nigga. Right? So look, pause. Right? So look. So, so y'all took showers together, right?
No, but we be separated with swimming trunks.
That's what I mean. That's what I don't understand. Like, y'all had sleepovers before, right?
Yeah, but not like that. Like,
yeah, so no, I didn't mean it like anything. I meant it like how y'all meant it. I want to sleep over too. I want to sleep with y'all niggas too. That's how I meant it. Pause, I know. That was a lot. But that's what I meant. It's like, if y'all was in the shower, then y'all was in the shower, y'all took a shower together. So I'm like, well, shit, I'll take a shower with them niggas. Like, on the stream, you know what I'm saying? Of course, with clothes on, bro. You know what I mean?
all right, Uncle Ray. Yo, can I call you Unc?
You know what? You could call me Unc, man. I can't, like, the next sleepover, like, if I'm not invited, it's cool. I just be hurt about it, but I was hurt about the first one. And I'm like, damn, man, these niggas in the city, they over there sleeping in the bed. Like, I want to sleep in the bed, too. I don't mean with you. I mean, I want my own bunk. Kevin Hart got a bunk. Drewski got a bunk. Nigga, this a big night. This one of the biggest nights. I want to sleep too, my nigga. That's all. That's how I was saying it. Oh, I'm sorry. Melly, I'm so sorry. My precious baby, I'm sorry.
Yeah, nigga.
Hey, yo, chill, son. Hey, yo.
What the hell? Oh my God! No way!
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
You know we can hear you, Ninja. we can hear this shit, Ninja. This Ninja, what?
Hey, yo, chill, son. Hey, yo.
Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. A reading rainbow.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Hey, this is why.
New world order.
This is why I'ma stay here, bruh. This is, I don't want to get too comfortable, man. I always want to be better, and this is why I don't be jumping to collab to niggas, because these people out here are suspect. He said, "Can I call you Unc?" Ray J was about to say, "You can call me Daddy."
Get him, Daddy.
He said, "You better call me Unc." Oh my goodness, what is this, man? I'm telling you, man. Look at Cenat's face. He is like, man, what does this all mean? What does this mean? Yes, Cenat, Nanny Gold activities.
New world order.
All right, these people, man, somebody said they's the gatekeepers. They've been having these gatekeepers in this industry. Who been exposed that? Cat Williams? Cat Williams been exposed these gatekeepers in the industry for a long time. And he said, in order for you to get to the next level, you got to go through that door. And so who's at that door? The gatekeeper behind that door. Okay, and they like, you want to go ahead, you got to check in. These check-in ninjas. You want to get to the top? Hey, man, we letting you stream. We haven't fucked your internet up. We've been letting you stream and making your little money. Now it's time to check in.
New world order.
It's time to check in. Oh, man.
Right? So look, pause. Right? So So look, so so y'all took showers together, right?
No, but we be separated with swimming trunks.
That's what I mean. That's what I don't understand. Like y'all had sleepovers before, right?
Yeah, but not like that. Like,
yeah. So no, I didn't mean it like anything. I meant it like how y'all meant it. I want to sleep over too. I want to.
Yeah. Hey, how rich you want to be? Now, if Cenat starts having some things come out about him, criminal cases, women start piling up saying that he did something to him, we're going to know here in the next year or so if he didn't kiss the nanny goat, if he didn't go let the testers test on him. All right, because the next thing they do is they say, well, looks like we're going to have some false allegations against you. Looks like we're going to have to fuck up your revenue. Looks like you can't book no studios in Airbnb. All right. And that's how they be looking in the industry. You want to be a rapper? Come on in. Go ahead and see the gatekeeper. All right. You want to be a rapper? You want to be up there talking about you thugging? You want that studio time? You want that? Yep. They start lining your ass up. So be careful out there how famous you want to be. All right. Do I have more Straggle and Sniggle Theater? I don't. That's Straggle and Sniggle Theater.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
Be careful how famous you want to be. I want to be famous. At some particular point, they might have to bait. Yeah, man, it's casting couch out here, man. Ladies and gentlemen, it's bad news out here. All right, shout out to everybody in Newport, Bad News, Virginia. Allen Iverson and everybody in Newport News. Let's see here. You be careful what you ask for. You just might get it. Shout out to the dictator says chill, Ray J. Chill.
Hey, yo, chill, son. Hey, yo.
He was a little bit too aggressive with his ask. Shout out to HA says fighting the urge to not fall in love. Any advice? Well, you got all the advice that you know. You already know what time it is, and you know what time it is. Man, listen, here's my advice. Just understand you need to have an exit plan. All right, have an exit plan. You might not need it. There's a 99.9% chance you will need it. Have an exit plan. Stay on your toes. I know what happened in here. She's swallowing your kids. She putting that snail trail on your dills, Nick. All right, and you in love. I'm in love with you. Love with you. I'm in love. Yeah. Ninja in love out here. All right. He's out in love. So, man, let me tell you something. It's a total thing here. It's a trick of nature. But, yeah, all of y'all ninjas is one blowjob away from the plantation. One blowjob away from the plantation. Just arm yourself up. Have an exit plan. Go ahead and read my book. Take an opportunity. I hope you have my book. Read it again before you get up in there. Read the first half, the first part of the evolution to know what you're getting into. And then arm yourself and be ready to go. All right. These ninjas, man, these ninjas will always fall back. And love, falling back on your emotions is a very easy thing to do. The weak always fall back on their emotions. All right. And so if you do, just know you in weakness. All right. And then you better wake the fuck up at some particular point. Because, hey, look, what's going to happen is you're going to find out why your ass wasn't in love when you fall in love. All right, you're going to find out. You're going to be like, damn. Because you know what you're going to do? And shout out to all my gentlemen out here and our men with sensitivity. You know what's going to happen is you're going to be like, this feels so good. It feels good. Yeah, it feels good. All right, what'll happen is it'll feel good. And then you're going to realize you're the plow horse. You're going to realize you're doing all these little things. And she's going to be like, oh, I love when you do this. I love when you do that. You're going to be holding her hand. And I never knew love like this before. All right, and you're going to be doing this and walking her to the car and opening the door and then getting in and driving her in your fucking chariot wherever she wants to go. Where you want? You want to go to yogurt? You want to pick up some froyo? Then you're going to be going over here. Here's a flower. All right, then you're going to get out of your car, park your car, open the door. Here, my lady. All right. You're just going to be a motherfucking, simp. You're going to be opening the door. Here's the door. All right. Here you go. Oh, man, let me carry your bag, ass nigga. All right. And then you just going to be like, wait a minute. Did I sign up for this job? This seems like a job. Then you go start looking and saying, what this bitch doing? And she's going to be like, I love you so much. You treat me so well. Paying for shit. I have that. I'll take the check. Yeah, man. Can you run errands with me? Okay, darling. Get up early in the morning. 10 in the motherfucking morning. 10 in the morning. Here you go, running errands. How long, honey? It'll be about an hour. Lies. You're going to stop at Target. Pile up a cart. $250 worth of shit in that car. In that cart. Then she's going to stop at the makeup aisle. She's going to stop at the shoe section. She's going to stop at the pantyhose and the drawers. Oh, honey, I forgot. I got to stop over at Sephora. Now you at Sephora. You didn't left Target. That took you 45 minutes. $211 later. Now you at Sephora. Oh, shit, I got to pick up something at the Lululemon in the Victoria's Secret. Now you at the mall. 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour. Now you sitting on that bench. Now you holding her purse. You're like, shit, nigga, how long is this shit going to take? I could have played a hella games of Call of Duty. I could have let her go by herself. Now you at Ulta looking stupid. Now you pushing the cart. Now you pushing the cart like, oh, I'm supposed to push the cart. And she just dropping shit in it. Then she get to the register. Soon as they start to pull the total up, she walk off over here. She done walked off. Oh, bitch, they got the total up. Hey, bitch. Oh, she done walked away. How much was it? $211. All right, I'll put it on my card. Bitch done walked over there to look at something. Where you at? Okay, you done swipe. So swipe. You done swipe the goddamn thing. You be like, damn, she was supposed to pay for that. But, I ain't going to front her out in the store. She over there trying to get popcorn and shit. Oh, I saw something. I saw the wrapping paper. I came back. Oh, you paid? Oh, okay, thank you very much. Thank you, honey. Thank you. You go to Sephora. They done racked all the shit up. You see all these little tubes of eyelashes and tubes of motherfucking lip glop. All right, all these things to cover up her little motherfucking shit. All right, and she's standing there like this at the register like this. That'll be $511. And you looking around like, bitch, get in your purse. And she just standing there like this. All right, here we go. Let me see. Bitch want me to pay because I'm the man. All right, fuck it. I'm the man. Swipe. Yep. Then you at Sephora, you at Ulta, you at the wig store, you at the hair care store. She done ran your ass around town ragged for 4 hours and 11 minutes. Right? And then, you know what really pisses you off? I'm going to tell you what really pisses you off. Because then, and ladies, I want you to huddle in real quick because I'm about to tell you what's really going to piss you off. It's after you done all of this, you going to look at the midsection of this woman. And you going to remember that any ass belly button, that tripled up double over roll, that cesarean section scar, and them goddamn stretch marks. You going to look at that gunt sticking out from them yoga pants and them jeans, them stretchy jeans, and you going to be like, I just spent $875 on this fat tub of lard. On this goddamn busted Pillsbury biscuit can. And this bitch walk up in the house, kick in the door, thank you, honey, and don't suck your dick dry. And you be like, honey, can you get the deals, Nick? I just spent 5 hours and $875 on your bullshit. You be like, I need to violate your mouth. Yep, she done bought panties at Lane Bryant that you ain't gonna see. Let me violate that mouth. Give me the pigtails. She gonna be like, oh my God. It's only 4:30. Maybe tonight. You could have had a fine 21-year-old piece of calico come wax your dick like Rain Dance. But nope. You're with your love of your life, your wife. That's who you with. I love you. She don't suck no dick tonight. That's what you supposed to do. That's what's going to piss your ass off. When she get naked and jump in the shower and she look like that Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. She look like an egg with legs. And you like, damn, bro, I'm a straight loser in life. What you won't do for love. You've tried everything. Ass nigga. Yep, you see that buffalo hump. She get in the shower and she's like, where's my hair clip? And she tie her hair up like this and clip it. And you see that buffalo hump back in right here in the back of her neck. And her shoulders slump, roll forward like that. And a whole bunch of acne on the back of her back. Acne all on her back. And you looking at this bitch. You start looking at this shit. And you like, bro, what the hell am I doing? And then you get on my show, Coach, you a trick. And you like, oh, really, nigga? Oh, I'm a trick? Okay, really? Ninja, you a goddamn plum fool ass trick. You look at her hold up for a second. You like, yacht, damn. The Mexicans are going crazy because they know I ain't lying. The Mexicans are great. I'm describing all the Mexican men's women right now. I'm describing Johanna. Oh shit. All right. She get up in the shower and her shit looking like this right here, bro. This how she get in the shower. This what her back look like, nigga. You like, oh shit. You like, did I fuck up? What did I do, bro? Like, how did I live this? How did life get here? The Mexican men know what I'm talking about. Everybody in Oxnard, Oceanside, all right, San Bernardino. Y'all know what I'm talking about. San Antonio, El Paso, Texas, Riverside. Everybody know what I'm talking about. Imperial Valley by San Diego. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Your Highness. And she done spent $800 on Saturday, nigga. On your Fresno. He said Modesto. The Mexican men know who I'm talking about. That's who they wives look like that they love. Oh, my Lord. All right. Anyway. Corona. Yep. And these women be telling you what you ain't gonna do, what they ain't gonna do. Uh-oh. And this the woman right here. Coach, I'm in love. I be like, oh, man.
Oh, the humanity.
I be like, bruh, you. But at least I ain't a trick. All right. Yeah. How's your girlfriend in Oxnard doing? Yeah. She's spending up all your money, huh? Yep. That's how they doing you. I'm like, meanwhile, I was in bed with a 20-year-old Latina. All right. Fresh off into the marketplace. Well, she ain't fresh because these girls getting wild. All right, but anyway, I was with a little mamacita. You're over here like, Coach, I can never date a woman younger than 27. All right, okay, well, this is your wife, too, at the same time. Let's get it straight, Ninja. Oh, no, you asked for it, sir. You asked for it. Remember, I'm here to help you. I'm only here to help. All right, who getting sniped? All right, somebody here. All right, little something. Okay, Lamont James says, the other day you said, I'm not trying to hook up with these old hemorrhoid-having bats. He says, I was on the Flaw, Judith, Susan, Ruby, Ethel, Ernice. Yes, indeed. I don't want it. No government name. Love your content. I told someone today that if anyone wants to be great, they must accept the fact that haters will hate. He says, when I thought about it, Trump probably has 1 billion haters around the world, and he don't care about haters. Why should you? Facts. Man, and it's hard because you really want people to, you're like, why y'all hating? Like I ain't giving you no reason to hate. Maybe I am. But people do. And I tell you, man, you ain't going to be who you need to be until you have haters. And then when you don't give a fuck about your haters, you be like, hey, I'm just doing me. Fuck y'all. All right, Trump got the most haters, and he does not stop. He don't give a fuck. All right, shout out to Bernie Mac. He don't give a fuck at all.
You can talk about me all the fuck you want. I don't give a fuck. I got mine, goddammit. You better hustle and get yours.
Coach, it's about love. All right, and I think, let me see if we got one more, and I'm going to get on with the get on here. We got our brother here. It says info. Coach, you got to see this. There's a website called a man touching yourself clock that shows the estimated amount of women and men in the U.S. worldwide touching themselves in real time. He says thousands per second wasting their lives. Oh, do I even want to put this in my damn history, right, portfolio? Yes, but it's bad, man. And here's the thing about this, man. Men, it looks like it's, I guess it's more men doing it, but the women are doing it too. All right, the women are doing it too. And women be out here touching themselves, man. I don't think women today, they, like many of them, they got to touch themselves before they go to sleep. But yes, man, everybody touching themselves. That's a damn shame out here. But people got to get it in. People need to get it in. Profitable Pat, shout out to you. You didn't say anything. But he says, Cody from Street Fighter, you had me dying the other day when you said Jeff Bezos was out there on a boat flexing with bitches and his gang and them. He says, looking like your favorite rapper, but only on the mega yacht. And he had that rapper shit on. And they'd be like, these people don't flex. Dude, the way they flex, you are just, you don't even see it. People flex differently. Let's get back to this part of the show. We have Crime and Law CGA. Uh-oh, we got to do a little passport, bro. Don't be scared by this story, but a little passport, bro, update. Dismembered body parts of missing Italian scientist found in suitcase in Colombia. All right. His name is Alessandro Coatti. Was on a volunteer trip in the region at the time of his death. I don't know if he was doing typical, passport bro activity, but they done chopped the nigga up.
Now I got to cut you.
Put his ass in the suitcase. It says he disappeared on a volunteer trip in South America, and he had his body found dismembered in a suitcase in northern Colombia. He's 42. He vanished on April 4th. A day after arriving in Santa Marta, about 2 hours east of, I can't pronounce these, yeah, I can't pronounce that shit, but you got it. His decapitated body was found inside a suitcase on Sunday, April 6th, and the Santa Marta mayor, Carlos Pineda, confirmed his deletion in a statement on X. Prior to his disappearance, he was reportedly asked staff at his hostel about doing research in the area. He asked several times about routes to Minca, and if there were any possibilities of studying species in the area, a hostile employee said. The last time he was seen, he was leaving that place under dusk. All right, shout out to them right there. And it says they found a suitcase with a head, hands, and feet inside, but didn't have any information on his identity. One of the hands had a bracelet from the hostel where he was staying, and the bracelet eventually helped investigators determine the identity of the victim. Yeah, there's a lot there. This is definitely not passport bro activity, though, but it sounds like he was going to go see. It sounds like he was going through a very, very, I guess, I don't know. I don't even know what to call this shit, but I don't think he was going to a place where people don't go. That's what it sounds like. All right. Doing white people shit. I know he's Italian. All right. But that's how white people do. They want to go look at shit. You know what I mean? Did you hear there's a tribe? I think there's a tribe in Brazil. They've never had human contact, and somebody left a Coke for them. They got arrested. Or a can of soda. People be tripping. You know what I mean? These people haven't seen and touched technology and they have never been interacted with humans. And I guess somebody left a Coke for these people and they arrested them because they're like, bruh, let these people live, man. You get them hooked on Pepsi and Coke. All right, but, white folks love danger and shit. They like to go somewhere where they ain't supposed to go. And then when they get there, they be surprised. They're like, oh, these are real indigenous people. Or there's Cartello there. Okay, there's one or the other is going to be there, and they ain't trying to negotiate. They looking at you like, the fuck are you doing here? Chop his ass up. So you got to be careful going into places like this that are really off the grid. And when you're going way off the path of the city, you're going to be somewhat safe. There's stupid crime there. But when you go off the path, that's where the gangs be hanging out. They hang out in the jungle. They hang out way outside where that's where they hang out. They don't hang out like in the downtown. They do hang out in downtown, but they don't be just hanging out there. So they hang out way out there, bruh. And they can do their little crime activity and nobody fucks with them. And everybody knows not to take their ass out there. All right. But the indigenous people be out there too, and they don't give a fuck about you. They're like, what? Murder? That's what we've been doing. We'll murder you. All right. So, yeah. Yeah. Don't be doing too much. White folks like to discover shit. They've been doing this since the colonial days. They be like, let's discover shit. And then when they discover shit, I'm the first one to discover this shit. Then there are people there that discover they ass. All right. Dude, I had this funny video, but I know you guys are very sensitive. So I have a hard time sharing. You should see the stuff I share versus what I don't share. Okay. But I don't share. Man, there's this video of this woman. She looks like what Pocahontas would have looked like. And if you know the story about Pocahontas was a teenager, right? So this is woman dressed up in her Indian shit, but she got like a bikini. But you could tell she's not just right yet. But the comments had to be shut off because it was like, oh, shit. I can't say any more than that. Right, but you know what these goddamn explorers were going through when they rolled up, you know what I mean, walking 11,000 miles, and they rolled up to the next goddamn Indian village, and these girls came out with feathers in their hair, and they was like, nope. I can't play it. But she would look like what you would, never mind. We're talking about white people doing white people shit. Discovering shit and claiming it. Whoever he was, they said, not today. Not today, white folk. All right, white people unite discovering our shit and taking it. All right, so, white folks. All right, white folks be, they were like, whoever told David, not today, sir. You're not renaming this shit. All right, you're cooked. All right, so I can't show the video. All right, so I'm like, yeah, let me stop because y'all gonna have me on some R. Kelly shit, and I ain't got no time for you people. All right, but anyway, next story. It's an evil world we live in.
It's an evil world we live in.
All right, anyway. All right, here we go right here. It's an evil world we live in. What do we got here? I could go off on that another time. All right. Apparently, somebody sent me this Facebook group that says this, and we were kind of just talking about it this earlier today. Look at that educated black woman. Don't she look educated? Sister, you been on my mind. Hey, sister, that looks like a strong, educated black woman right there. Who likes this? Press 1 in the chat if this is your type right here. All right, I'll run from black women like this, bruh. I run for black women. Now, if I see a black woman like this and she be like, hi, black brother, I love you. I'll be like, no, ma'am. All right. Matter of fact, I was driving a 911. I got my 911 yesterday, and I was driving today. I had to go to this appointment, and I saw this white hand stick their hand out the window. It was a truck way ahead, and she was doing this. She was sticking her hand out of the window and doing the thumbs up and the okay, and she was like, I didn't know she was talking about me, but I kind of got side by side, and it was like a Arizona desert rat chick, some white girl. She was looking at my car. Your car is fantastic. All right. And I was like, I forgot how the effects the 911 has. I haven't driven it in 2 months. All right. I take those type. All right. But when I see women like this, I'll be like, This right here is a no-go zone. Sisters, are there any sisters in here that look like this? All right, there any sisters like this watching me today? I know you guys are irate. I'm going to start bringing y'all on the show so y'all can give CGA a piece of y'all's mind. But when I see sisters like this is an absolute no. All right. We have nothing in common. You might be cool. I might be able to talk to you for a good like 3.5 minutes, maybe 2. All right, but nah. And unfortunately, like 60% of black women look like that to me. I don't have nothing against, let's talk about the American black women. All right, 60% of American black women look like this to me. They just be looking like all smug and shit. I have a degree. They look like they're saying I have a degree. Like their face looks like they saying they have a degree. I have a degree. Bitch, I got a master's degree. Like, what are you talking about? I'm good. All right, my degree don't define me. She looks like she's saying I'm smarter and better than you. She looks like she's saying I own you, ass nigga. All right, don't you? Am I tripping? Am I tripping? But let's talk about what's happening here. This clip says, after 30, women are dating to be wives, not girlfriends. Brothers, we were just talking about this today. And the basis of our main event, and look at the laughing emoji here. It says, she's done with boyfriend energy. It's husband season. She's not wasting time. After 30, many women say they're dating with a purpose, looking for commitment, not situationship. According to a Pew Research Center study, over 65% of women aged 30 to 49 say they're seeking a serious relationship or marriage, not casual dating.
And that's you.
Guys, listen, it's over. It's over. Hey, we done gave them the playbook. Dude, this shit just keeps... See, that it tells you that they don't listen to men at all. They basically do what they want to do, and then they go back out there like, I'm ready to love you forever. Hey, hold on for a second. Let's fuck it up. All right, let's fuck it up real quick. Let's fuck up some commas. Dude, this is 60%, guys. It's cooked. All right? It's cooked. Dude, they're not going to give up the goat. They're not going to give up the ghost. Hold on for a second. It's just me.
Yeah, baby. Come on.
This how they be. Hey.
Baby,
how these bitches be. All right, I'm ready. All right, put all your toys away. Put all your dirty magazines away. I've had 5 abortions, 2 fiancés, 1 marriage, 2 other niggas' kids. I'm ready. Hey, guys. If you don't know who wrote that song, you ain't black. If you don't know who wrote that song, you can officially, I'm blacker than you. All right. Who wrote that song? Who wrote that song? If you don't know, you ain't black. You ain't black. Because y'all be calling me an Uncle Tom or a sellout. If you don't know who wrote that song, you ain't black. Type in who wrote that shit. I'm about to take away black cards right now. Young people, don't worry. Young people, you don't know. Young people, you don't know. All right. If you claim to be black and you know right here who wrote that shit. Yes, indeed. Y'all got it. Shout out to y'all niggas. You can keep your black card. It's Babyface. That's Babyface all day. Babyface all day. All right. He had that shit on lock. That's Babyface. All right. Shout out to y'all, man. All right. Babyface. Anyway, shout out to y'all niggas. Y'all got your black card. Y'all was going to revoke y'all shit. All right. But anyway. But the singer is Tevin Campbell. The writer is Babyface. All right. So anyway. Yeah. White folks, y'all can chill out. Let's take a sideline today. All right. Anyway. Shout out to Babyface, man. That was a great song. And I'm going to get a copyright. I'm going to get a copyright for that. All right. Anyway. What are we doing here? So let's break this down like a fraction. This is what we're talking about. This is the modern day. This is the modern day dating environment, especially with B-dubs, especially in Houston, Dallas. All right. All of these black municipalities, Atlanta, you know, you nigga cities, Charlotte. This is the modern day dating environment for men. This washed up bullshit that these people just come out here, and then when you don't agree and play their game, they get mad. They get mad. Why these men don't want to commit? They not serious. These are the women that want to be taken out on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dates, excursions, no pussy giving up. Well, I got a degree. I got this. And they feel like their degree makes us overlook that they ugly and fat or average and fat. Like, ma'am. And then they go to church. I'm God-fearing. They just completely, listen, I don't want to keep repeating it, but we just broke this down earlier today. And now they come out here and then they want to play this game. And then if you don't play their game, you're the bad guy. It's like, what? Not only that, the guys that they're targeting are not the guys that they would have been with before that. So Washington, D.C., these are all these areas. So the black women are playing this game. It's got to be 80% of them are playing this game. But, you know, this is why you see the popularity of Kevin Samuels and Kendra G. The popularity of Kevin Samuels and Kendra G. This is where they don't see where they're wrong on this. They do not see where they're wrong. And you just be like, how? Of course, 30 to 49 is the age group of the women. The men in that age group, if I just take the men 38 to 49, what are they doing? They're either staying single, trying to recover from a bad relationship or a divorce, or they're at the junior college, or they're a passport bro. These are the men in the passport bro era, the junior college era, the free agent lifestyle, divorce, MGTOW, go down the line, black manosphere, red pill. There's no simp economy. The simp economy is crashed. There's some still out here. But they want to come up here like they still got first pick, first dibs. I got first dibs. I'm in front of the line. Okay, I want you to be this, and be serious and put the games away. No more situationships, no more hookups. All right. Man, it is crazy, bro. That's what I said, if they don't correct this, there's no possibility. These are the people watching they're the Tony Gaskins. They're at the Tonight's Conversation. They're at Derek Jackson's conventions, 30 to 49. Sad, man. Sad. Cleanup man.
And that's you.
That's you, man. This is what men don't. This is Obsidian used to talk about this. The cleanup man. Nobody, dude, these guys, and then these women think, okay, I'm not a baddie, but I got a degree, I got a townhouse, I got my own car and my own bills. So the fuck what? So what? But I'm telling you, man, yep, they on Anton Daniel's channel now, apparently. All right, and so now, if we don't push and marry these women, pause. If we don't marry these women, we're the problem, okay? It's the sad part about it. If we don't marry these women, it's our fault. What you doing with a 20-year-old Latina? You're a metaphile. All right, you should be somebody with your own age. You're 40, I'm 40. Coach, you're 49. You should be with a 49. You should be with that demographic. By the way, this age falls under my demographic, even though I'm an OG or I'm an old-ass man. I'm an old head. This woman thinks that she's a good woman for me. I would be good for you. You should give more women like me a chance. But there will be no cheek clapping. I'm past that. There will be no more squirting. I'm past that. There will be no more, I'm not sucking your dick all night. No, thank you. Let's get married. Let's stay serious. Like, holy mackerel. It is bad, bad, bad. Bad, bad, bad out here. All right, anyway, it's the evil world we live in. We got more to report.
It's an evil world we live in.
Speaking of, this is kind of on the same subject matter. Apparently, we have it seems like another show where a woman gets up here with makeup and wigs, and then they interview other women. All right, so this is basically Kevin Samuels format. And now, whoever this woman is, you guys might know who she is. Trust me, I don't. But she's going to interview another woman over here who claims to be 34-year-old, and judging by these saggy titties, that seems like a stretch. She says, I'm rebranding. Brothers, I ain't never lied to you. I will never lie to you. The spectrum is real. Listen to me, man. The spectrum is real. Repackaging the peace leave is real. Gentlemen, this is what they're selling you after age 28. Look at this.
I'm just trying to rebrand. Like, I don't want to be seen as the internet HOE, right? Like twerking all things. I'm trying to rebrand myself. I used to do OnlyFans. I still do OnlyFans, but I'm trying to get out of that. I'm 34. I started OnlyFans during COVID because I was just trying to get out my 9 to 5. It did a lot of good things for me. Like, I made a lot of money, all the things. However, I don't see myself as that. I know the stigma that comes behind it. Now what I'm trying to do is I teach people how to create and sell digital products, and I make good money on that. I'm just trying to rebrand. Like, I don't want to be seen as the internet HOE.
Are you willing to scrub everything off the internet? That means you're not making money from what's left over. That Twitter is gone. Those links are gone. Everything has to go.
Yes, I am willing, but
they're not letting go of the streets.
I'm going to the streets. End of story.
Gentlemen, this is the demographic that wants to have you be serious and marry. No more situationships. But they're going to still keep their past and monetize it. They're going to still keep their male friends and their girlfriends and their whores, choke trips, and all of that stuff. This is the bag lady. She's still going to keep all that. But she's going to bring in rebranded pussy for you. All right, you then have to act differently. You have to act like a real man and open doors and bring flowers and put coats over puddles. This is crazy. But I've been telling you, this is their strategy. The spectrum is real. Oh, I that's in my past. I can still make money from it, though. But you know what I mean? You know. And I'm not going to give you any money. She said, I will, but I can't wait to but what? Here we go.
No, so you're not ready.
No, wait.
You're not ready.
Wait.
I am ready. Nope. I'm just going to rebrand. I want to rebrand. Not get better, not try to tell the girls don't do this. Just go through the bullshit, and then when they run out of time and space, when they run out of the time to ride the cock carousel and got 20-year-olds that they got to compete against, when they want to just say, okay, I'm ready, all right, then they just rebrand. They go to church. They get born again, that peace leave, repackage it, and go out there. I'm telling you guys, man, dude, I don't know, man. I'm over here undefeated. I know people are like, that's just one woman. Dude, I've showed you thousands of women that are doing this. They've been doing this since the 80s and beyond. They're just looking for the simp. I'm rebranding for the simp marketplace. Forget my past. I'm rolling that back the odometer and mileage. You guys need to start getting serious. What's wrong with you guys? Where y'all at?
And that's you.
All my sins are washed away. I've been redeemed. I've been redeemed by the blood of the Lamb. Filled with the Holy Ghost I am. All my sins are washed away. I've been redeemed. Dude, I'm undefeated. This is why I don't do debates or any of this, dude. This is just comedy at this point. Then they wondering why I'm trying to get a fresh out the box one. Let me get one fresh out the box. You metaphile.
Hey, listen. When my new business makes the money that my OnlyFans business was making, because I still have bills and things, I don't even promote the OF anymore. Like, it's still in my bio, but I'm not promoting it. I switched my Instagram. Now I'm fully clothed. I'm not twerking. I'm not doing any of that stuff anymore.
What do I tell you, dude? Never, especially if a woman's over 28, whatever she's presenting herself at 28, don't believe it. Chameleons, shapeshifters, whatever she is at 28. Coach, I found a 28 one. She wears clothes up to her neck. She never got her titties out. She dresses conservatively. She wears blouses and blazers. She wears chino pants. She goes and shops at the black market. She don't be out here hoeing. She one of the good ones. Dude, I'm telling you, that don't matter, bruh. That don't matter. It don't matter. I don't care what they dress like. She's like, oh, I'm all fully clothed. That's just a rebrand. And they still got that hoe in them.
Total rebrand looks like to me that you're letting go of your past completely.
Okay.
We know the internet is forever, right? So I'm sure some stuff will live online forever. But I would want you to take that next step of removing everything. If you can't do that right now because of, money and things like that, the chat also suggested getting a job, maybe a 9-to-5. Would you be comfortable doing that?
Like, why would I work 8 hours for someone else when I can spend that 8 hours building my stuff? And that's going to take you further than a 9-to-5 at any job.
I feel like I keep meeting people that only want to date me based off of my career. I have been a spicy creator. I'm a retired spicy creator. I have a regular job, 9-to-5 job. I have an office job. But yes, y'all, I'm a retiree. I'm 34. I don't know if I'm supposed to be transparent about it or should I just lie and act like it never happened. But it's hard for me to do that. So now that I'm normal and retired.
So are you or are you not?
I'm retired. I did it for 2 years.
So have you wiped your socials clean or have you changed up your social media? Like, if I look at your social media now, would it read that?
My Twitter, yeah. My TikTok, yes. So, Instagram is a mixture, but...
Okay, so everything has to go. If you're completely rebranding, everything has to go.
What did I tell you guys? Guys, and look at this woman. She ugly and fat. Yeah, but that didn't stop her from jumping out there, busting her pussy wide open. Let me tell you something, and I'm going to repeat this. Gentlemen, Gen Z will have to contend with this. Gen Z boys will have to contend with this. Trust me, I have Gen Z girls that I'm with, and they retired allegedly from this, but they still on the they're still in the monetized marketplace. They just still retired their OnlyFans. All right. They just retired it, but they got prawn still on the internet. Just do a reverse image search. You're going to find it. Okay. But guys, this is how they are, man. And they're just looking to do what? Finesse you niggas into thinking that they're good women to marry them. But they still going to dip into that whole culture. You just have a problem with this. More Gen Z men, the Gen Z men are going to have to deal with this. It's going to be a major problem in relationships. Major. Because you're going to find out and get that whole facts. And I don't care how ugly or fat you think I'm going to just get one that ain't that good looking. I'm going to get one that's fat. I'm going to get one. It don't matter. There's so many genres of fetish out here. You think a girl ain't okay, she can't possibly have been monetized. She is. This is where we are, man. It's where we are.
Every link, everything that alludes to that, you do that.
And she ain't giving it up. Look at her face. They're laughing in the inside. Nope, I ain't giving none of that up.
It has to go. They said scrub it. Yep.
But I don't post that
Yeah, I don't post that, but you still have some on there.
anymore.
But you said Insta still kinda. It has to go.
Well, I still have subscribers still following me from before.
Yep, see, there you go. I still got subscribers. So I don't post any more shit, but the fact is I never cancel my page because people don't realize they're subscribed to me. So I'm still getting $3,000 a month. I'm still getting $3,000 a month, but they haven't canceled their subscription, so I'm still good. Or I'll post a little bit and they still paying. Y'all, I mean, dude, I've been calling this. Hey, y'all better listen to me. Where's Anton? Anton, we need to get together and hash this out. Because this is what we at. This is where we are. They still got sugar daddies that they still got contact with. They still got niggas that they got that they're going to still go to Snapchat Premium and send them a couple of pics. All right? Because they're going to hit them with a thou wow. Send me some pics. But then they want you out here, castrated male. This is going to be a major problem in the next 10 years in the dating marketplace because people are going to have to confront this reality. These are just the beginning of the girls doing this. There's still girls that are 17 and 18, 19 doing it right now. And then they'll be 30 and 34 in 10 years. CGA math.
Or on there. That's how I got them.
Okay, but you're not dating them. So we don't have to worry about them, right? But you're still removing everything.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. That's a no. Okay. That's a no. She's not removing any goddamn thing. That she's making an easy killing. She making good money paying rent.
You're not ready. You're not ready. You're not ready.
Well, I don't want to say that I'm not ready, but
I'm just trying to rebrand. Like, I don't want to be seen as the internet HOE.
I don't want to be seen as that. Good luck out here, guys. I'm telling you, man. Dude, you better do your homework with these women. And dude, you won't even know, man. I'm telling you, because you guys won't even know. You guys won't even want to do the work and do the research. But I've been telling y'all this for a long time. The people that you are thinking are monetized versus the ones that aren't, you don't have a fucking clue. Because I got girls that I would show you, oh, look, this is a girl that I had on the monetized dating marketplace. You wouldn't even believe it. You'd be like, her? She looked like the girl next door. And she a freak. She's a freak of the week. And she come over and do all the nasty stuff. And she goes home and she dresses regular, normal, regular, degular. Like you will walk past her in Target. You would just walk past her. You'd be like, oh, that looks like a nice young lady. We are going to have to really face this issue because they're going to fool the hell out of a lot of young men. This is my prediction. And I hope I'm still making content at this point, when we get there, because people are going to have to face that reality. This is the modern date. This is the modern dating marketplace. And ladies, if y'all doing this, I really don't care. You can come jump over here and throw that ass in a circle. I'm not trying to tell the women to not do it. It's all I can't do anything about it. And ladies, I'll have some fun with you because I'm not the one out here trying to marry y'all skeezers. All right, but y'all can come out here and skis. Come out here and do what y'all do. Make y'all little money and get y'all little ends and get your chicken bag. I really don't care. I don't give less than a fuck. I'm not trying to regulate the women. Right? But this is where we are. And you better read my book, 52 things that you men need to do before you fall in love and consider marriage. All right, this is where y'all at. Okay, my free book. Y'all better hire private investigators on these people, man. That's one of the suggestions. Shout out to our brother Ayo. 52 things. Go to my website, get the book. Because this marketplace is not to be fucked with. And that was just 2 examples. Okay. We got one more. And then so Superchats in the main event on It's an Evil World We Live In. It's cold out here.
It's an evil world we live in.
It's a cold out here. All right, it's the evil world we live in. A woman just using data that was kind of released about a month ago. I never talked about it, but people have talked about it and made videos. Black women have more babies than black men. Now, for me, I mean, this is nothing new. You could have You could have told me something else. All right, but this is totally, you can see this in society. And it said Kevin Samuels been saying this. I mean, so what you're going to hear is obvious shit. But we're going to look at the comments and look at how people view this, and they can't believe it. They don't believe it. Listen to this video right here. By the way, you know, they're going to give Kevin Samuels a credit. You know who I used to hear say this all the time? Obsidian. Obsidian, shout out to the legendary Obsidian. Obsidian used to say this all the time. And Obsidian and Kevin Samuels were connected at the hip. I mean, Kevin listened to Obsidian probably more than anybody. But Obsidian used to do the research. And he used to go through the numbers. And all of those people in that group and network, all right, they used to go through the numbers and talk about this and talk about perception versus reality. And look at the numbers. He used to do the research. Obsidian used to say, I can't remember what he used to say. He used to say, if the shoe, I can't remember what he used to say. But he used to talk about how he used to go through the numbers. He used to sit up and research a lot. Okay. And he would just come out here and just spit facts. Oh, they hated Obsidian. They hated him, man. But if you just look at the world, when you hear stories about one black guy with 20 kids, one black guy, Nick Cannon, got 8 kids, when you hear about Anthony Edwards, we just assume that there's black men recklessly creating babies and a lot of baby mamas. So we just assume that, right? We just can make an assumption. Yeah, these niggas out here making all these babies. But if you look at it and just from a lens optically, there's more women that have kids by multiple men than there are men that have multiple kids by multiple women. Right? I mean, just go outside. Just look at women. Just look at the baby mama culture. Just look at how poor people mate. A woman could have 3 niggas nut and produce 3 babies by 3 different races of men in an 8-year window. Like, I mean, it's too obvious. How many men do you know that have children by multiple women versus how many women have children by multiple men? It is just, dude, I mean, I would never have assumed that there are more children by black men versus more children by white men. You can't even, but perception is that there's niggas is out here creating all these babies recklessly with all these women. That is perception. And so when this data is about to be laid out by this woman, the comment section is going to show you how programmed they are. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start off with this woman. Black women have more babies than black men. I mean, completely obvious. Dude, I don't even need to hear more than that. That would be an obvious thing. But of course, it's a viral post. Because people are like, huh? Okay, let's play the video.
Recent stats from Black demographics show us that Black American women have more kids than Black American men. Specifically, Black American women have 1 million more kids than Black American men. Now, what is this revealing? It's suggesting a few things. It's suggesting that Black American women are having kids with men of other races. And it's also suggesting that that a majority of Black American women are having kids with a small minority of Black men.
They don't want to talk about this part. They don't want to talk about that part. She's jumped to the first one being they're having children with men of multiple races. That is not as common. Let's go to the second one. The second one is where it lies. A small percentage of Black men are the ones that have the multiple babies. Only a small one. There's not that many Black men in America. Only 6% or less. 6 to 5% of American population reportedly are Black men. Only 6% of the American population are Black men. It hovers around that number. Between 5 and 7 are Black men. So it's a small percentage of men. Then they're almost always located centrally in the same part of the cities, in the same part of these municipalities. So Only a small percentage of men are having babies. In fact, I think it even goes and says only 40% of black men have babies. Of that 5 to 7% of men, only 40% of those in America have babies, compared to 75% of the black women in America have babies. So then, this ain't even news. This is not even news. But what do we hear? Nick Cannon is reckless. Kevin Gate is reckless. Anthony Edwards. Yeah, these are reckless individuals. They can't. Then we say all these men are irresponsibly having babies by multiple women, but it's actually the opposite. It's the opposite. It's them. The women are having babies by multiple men.
Likely both are true, but nevertheless, it's really interesting to see what's actually going on, what the stats are actually showing us. Recent stats from Black demographics show us that Black American women have more kids than Black American men.
Recent stats. Okay, so let's look at these comments. They are all sharing the same baby daddy. Obvious. When you break down the 80-20 rule, this is obvious. This is why when women hear that, like, not all black men are having sex, they're like, how? That can't be possible, because all the men they're having sex with are having sex and cheating with all of the women, right? And so they're like, I keep catching my man out here cheating with this one and this one and this one and this one. Oh, that's not your man. That's y'all's man. Y'all sharing them. So you guys are all sharing the similar cheaters, the similar archetype, right? The Pookie, the Ray Ray, the archetypes that y'all dodge when y'all turn 30 to 49. Now y'all want to dodge these niggas. This is completely obvious that it's happening, all right? But they need some more demographic search. Oh, according to the research, you don't need research. You can see this shit being played out. It says the second one is the answer. Kevin Samuel said it. The second one is the obvious answer. They're having children by the similar men. Bros be having 3 baby mamas, so it happens. There it is. We've identified the simp. Okay? We've identified the simp and the Mitch. Let's get the air horn. Of course, let's pivot back to these niggas. You see this? So we got Mr. Wave Cap, Dr. Umar. See, there's bros that be having 3 baby mamas. No matter what you stick in front of evidence, in front of the nigga community, they still gonna find a way to blame the 10 niggas that have 3 baby mamas. Like, guys, she just said there's a million more. Way more. It's not even close. We gonna pivot back to the men. You see this? You see what Negroes do? And it be the ninjas that be out here simping forcing. It be the ninjas. You just put evidence right in front of their fucking face. All right? No, fuck it. It's them niggas. All right? We need to talk about these niggas having multiple baby moms. Oh, okay. All right. So it's our fault again. All right? It's our fault. Okay? Kevin said, again, the black community just, it is what it is. But Kevin said 80% of women are vying for the same 20% of men. All right, listen, that is not a Kevin stat, all right? That is the 80-20, that is the red pill stat. That's the incel stat at this point. 80-20 rule. This is obvious being played out in front of us. Y'all be fucking the same niggas. All right, but here we go right here. Future NBA YoungBoy, Nick Cannon. These 3 men have 31 kids combined across 24 women. Again, here we go. Here we go. Let's talk about these 4 niggas. This can't be possible. Not my black queen. Not my black queen. Let's talk about these niggas. This is the black, and that's another man. It's another man. And there goes, okay, yeah. Let's throw the shade off of this 80-20 rule shit. Let's throw the shade off of these women. Oh, and can we talk about the abortions too? What about the women aborting their kids? 50% of all abortions are black women. All right, but let's not talk about that. Let's talk about Future. Let's talk about NBA YoungBoy and Nick Cannon. You see, this is what we do. So we can never, even amongst the men, we can never move the ball down the field. We can never matriculate the ball down the field. They're always going to go right back to these niggas. All right, we can't do this. We can't do this. We can't put the sisters down. Why you putting out negative energy about these sisters? We need to put it back on these 5 black dudes. That's why y'all black community ain't never going to get better, because you got simp enforcers. Man, it's sad, bruh. Even in the face of evidence, let's go back to these 3 dudes. And most black men don't have any kids, nearly 60%. It is a fact. Most black dudes have no kids at all, especially during the women's fertility era, between 15 and 40. If you took black men in that group, 60% of them, close to 60% have no kids at all. But 75% of them in that window have children. And many by multiple men. Look at your own family, bro. It's a cold world. All right, man. Damn, it's an evil world out here.
It's an evil world we live in.
It's sad being on the simp side of the black community. Super duper sad. It's super sad because they not going to help you out. Man almighty, we got the main event coming up here. Shout out to y'all. These son husbands, simp enforcers, they gonna keep y'all goofy ass niggas. They're gonna keep lumping us. Dude, I have 2 kids, all by the same woman. Mulattoes. Dude, and when I tell people I'm damn near 50, I walk outside. Yeah, I have 2 kids. You know what the first question is? By the same woman? I'm like, yeah, by the same woman. And then when I say, yeah, I was married to her. Oh, you were married to her? So it is unbelievable for a lot of people to believe that I got married, then have kids by the same woman. That blows their fucking mind. That's how crazy it is. That's how crazy it is. People just automatically assume it's 2 kids by 2 different women, not married. When I tell them I was married and I produced 2 kids under matrimony by the same woman, they are shocked. They're like, huh? Dude, it is mind-boggling of the perception of the black man versus the black woman in America in terms of this conversation. They just assume you was out here skeeting irresponsibly and that the kids don't match and that the age discrepancy, 1 2-year-old and 1 28-year-old. You're like, yeah, I was married. How long were you married for? They're shocked. Almost 10 years. Huh? Wow, that's impressive. The bar is super duper low. The bar is super low for the standards of dating in men and black men in particular. We are literally the bottom. They just assume you just out here doing reckless shit and don't care. Oh, no, I was married almost 10 years. They're like, damn, kind of nigga are you? But, dude, I'm going to tell you, the shock look on their face when I say my 2 kids are from the same woman. And I don't have any kids outside of that. All of your kids are from the marriage and the same woman. Yes. No kids were outside of marriage or outside of wedlock. None. It is sad shit. But the bar is low. But at the same time, for some reason, the almighty black woman, she can't make no mistakes. But she a crack fiend mama. 3 baby daddies. Or she had a baby and then she got a stepdaddy and gave that man babies. It is, man. It is insane. All right. Anyway. Big Boy says, Coach and the Coach Gang have done nasty thing with Gen Z's future wives because we got money.
I got money.
We keep teaching, Coach. They don't know, man. I wish I could tell y'all, but I'll be trying to show y'all. Mikey says, Coach, thanks for the teachings. These 30-plus-year-old women are not serious. Fellas, you're a joke to them. They're trying to rebrand to such a pathetic effort. 30-plus-year-old women are practice. Not a game, just practice. Just practice, man. Shout out to you. De Niro Tranquillo. Obsidian dropped absolute classics. He had a stream called Don't Be a Cleanup Man. It changed my life. In fact, he did. I mean, that was probably back to 2016. He was dropping them classics. Talking about the cleanup man. And those lingos came in later on back in 2020, 21, 2022. He was cleaning dudes up. All right. That was definitely stuff back then where people were like, the cleanup man, what is that? Okay, I don't want to be that. All right. The cleanup man. And remember, we come from an era where being a stepdad was normal. Like, that's how big the pivot was. The simp marketplace was the only marketplace for most men, and they were waiting to be stepdaddies. Now, today, it's a lot different because economics, right? Who wants to raise kids that ain't theirs and be responsible for them? Who wants to try to prevent these niggas from breaking into cars and stealing change out of drawers, you know, and ashtrays and stealing rims off cars? Nobody wants to raise these pookies and these fucking future whores. All right, so who wants to do that? All right, but yeah, man, the future whores of America. Who wants to do that? There's dudes that'll do that, and there's boys walking ass niggas. We need to save the community one stepdaddy at a time. Dudes have given up on that, and the simp marketplace has died. There's still guys that'll do it, but I'm just saying it's dead. Women can't depend on the simp marketplace, whereas before, in the 80s, the 70s, the 60s, it was always a sister you can come out here and save. Now, what they're missing is a lot of these women were still young. All right. Damn, this zipper is fucking bothering me. All right. But a lot of these women were still young. So let's just think about this. A lot of these women that are mothers already and they want to get remarried again, they're all in their mid-30s. They had babies in their 20s, mid-20s, late 20s. Then they're now 30, 34, 36, 38. And they still got a 6-year-old, an 8-year-old, or some shit like this. Now, when the simp marketplace was full effect, a woman that had a kid and the baby daddy wasn't there, the woman was still probably like 25, 26 tops. So she still was young. You know what I mean? You can still marry her and get some goddamn kids out of her. But today, these women that had the kids older and they're now 32, 35, 37, and nobody wants to fuck with that. Most dudes are going to run. All right. So, yeah, in the 80s, a woman could have a baby by a guy or married a guy and divorce, and she still was 25 because she already started younger. So she started at 20, 21, 22, 23. So by the time you done found her, she's still 27, 28. And in terms of today, that's still relatively young. All right. You can still consider that young and sweet. Sweet lady. All right, but today, these women be in their mid-30s and all that shit with a 6-year-old. Like, Shout out to the 10th man, says, Miss Piggy kind of cute. I'd cut some bacon off of her back. All right, are you talking about the mulatto girl here? All right, I'm going to have to roll it back. I wish I could roll it back, but I don't have the, or this woman right here. All right, Miss Fatbacks. Are you talking about her? Or are you talking about the other woman that said she had an OnlyFans? And ladies, look, man, love y'all. I love y'all skeezers. I love y'all hoes. I love you without your clothes. When you put them on, I want to see you gone. Because my dick don't have eyes. Y'all know you mesmerized by the size. So eat it up like a burger and fries. Because you a hoe, a tramp, a slut, and you suck. Giving up the lips in between your hips. You know me, a nigga with dick for days. Cash that pays. And hoes with big ass that sways. And I'm looking for a new Janine to be my one and only dick fiend. Fat, see hips, ass, and titties. And I got much big for the nitty gritty. Shout out to AMG. Y'all young ninjas. Shout out to AMG. The thing I love is that I like 304s. Ladies, if you a 304, you could be my 304. You can be my 304. I can't remember names, but rap lyrics I got down. I got useless rap lyrics. Ladies, if you a 304, If you're a 304, just be a 304. Like this whole shape-shifting thing, I don't like. And I like y'all. I like y'all. I like you guys when y'all 304s. And I like the good women when y'all good women. I like the classy ladies when they classy. I like the high class ass. I like the low class drags. I like honest hoes. Can y'all just be good hoes when y'all hoeing? That's just my thing. Okay, that's all I'm asking. And I don't ask much of you ladies. I never try to change y'all. I'm one of the only guys on here that don't be trying to change y'all. I don't tell y'all, see ladies, see what y'all need to do. I just tell the dudes this is what they're doing. And the ladies, they be quiet as a church mouse, pissing on cotton. Okay? So I don't try to change y'all. I just report to the guys what's happening in the field. I don't expose you. I'm not a guy who's exposing you out here. Like, you have to admit, I'm not out here exposing you and showing you. Now, if you put something on the internet, I'll play it. Now, I ain't trying to demean the person. I'm just trying to tell the guys what's going on because I'm trying to help. But you as a lady, I don't demean you. I might call you something funny name. But my point is this. Pick a lane and stick to that mug. He said, just do it righteously. Patrice O'Neal. Just stick to that shit. Like, if you a hoe, don't come in here batting your eyelids and trying to get me to take you to prime steak and try to treat you like a lady. Just if you hoe... If you hoeing, don't try to tell me you ain't a hoe when I clearly see you, baby. I see you. You know I can see you. Don't be trying to hoe over here and then come over here and try to give me that, you know what I mean, that Tevin Campbell shit. I'm ready. And then when I commit to you, you back out here hoeing. Like, this is all I ask of the ladies, of the women, not ladies. This is all I ask. I don't ask much of you. Just stay in your lane. Live that shit, own it, wear it, and show up how you showing up. If you a good girl, show up a good girl. If you a skeezer, show up a skeezer. That's all I want. I don't ask more. I don't. I won't judge you. I'm a good non-judgmental brother. I don't come out here and expose you. I'll tell the guys a little bit of stories, but I never tell names. I never show pictures. At least on YouTube. It's just simple. Let's just keep this shit simple. Don't be trying to repackage and rebrand that shit and then sell me some washed up shit. All right. That's all I'm worried about. It's that easy. Where y'all at, ladies? They quiet again on my show. Why don't women never challenge me on my show? They quiet again. Because I know what to do. Because you're for me, I'm daddy.
Get him, daddy.
I'm going to be daddy no matter what. You know how I do it. I'm going to be daddy no whatever. You talking to daddy right here. So I'm going to treat you like that anyway. You know what I mean? I'm going to push that head in the pillow. I'm going to smack that ass. You know what I mean? Them toes going to be near the mouth. That's what I'm daddy. So I'm going to find out real fast. I'm going to get that neck. I'm going to pull that hair. And when I see you go,
okay, daddy,
you in 304 territory. I don't care what you was dressed like on the date. Now I know you're used to this. When I spit down your throat. When I say open wide and you say, ah. All right. Don't try to act like you ain't like that, but the ladies are quiet. Because I know how to bring out the 304 in you. I'm trained to bring out the 304 in these women out here.
Okay, daddy.
I know what y'all like. Y'all nasty. So when I smack that ass and you say more daddy, like,
Get him, daddy.
I know what time it is. So don't then be trying to get me to marry your ass. I want you to be committed to me, coach. I want you to be committed for only me. The answer is no.
Nope.
All right. Anyway, the women be quiet on my show and they be touching themselves and they be, ladies, what do you think of CGA? I know y'all be scared of CGA, but I don't bite. Okay, I bite a little bit. I do bite in certain places, but I'm not a mean man. I know you think I'm mean and evil, but I'm daddy over here.
Okay, daddy.
We'll have fun, all right? I don't just, I don't discuss this stuff in front of you because you guys can't handle it. Caitlin says, I've never understood how women truly think men should be monogamous, even when they have a situation where a guy doesn't cheat. They get fat, obnoxious, annoying, deny sex, and become disrespectful. As I've always said, even Beyonce got cheated on, and she was smart enough to not leave. Women truly full of themselves sometime. All right, shout out to you. Shout out to you. Yeah, man. There's no more virgins out here, guys. So do what y'all got to do. All right. There's no more good girls out here. Mr. Grove says a bait and switch is just like being in the car doing 100 miles per hour and hitting a brick wall. Young fellas, I know you think coach is hard on you sometimes, pause, but I'm 3 years younger, higher earner, and I can tell you that this man has never told a lie on this show. I have receipts of everything he says. Free agent lifestyle for life. Shout out to the OGs on here. OG Coach Gang. I ain't told a lie. Andrew ain't told a lie. Believe me, everything that I say is an absolute fact. There's no debating anything. There's no debate. All right. If you want to debate me, you're trying to debate some theory and try to prove some shit to me that you didn't do. And we got a couple more. And then our brother here, Mr. Nichols, says, he says, when I was young, this white guy told me if a woman has more than 2 baby daddies, she is a hoe. And I wanted to fight that guy because he was talking about my mammy. Fast forward, I watched a podcast in the early 2000s and Tariq Nasheed said the exact same thing. Much as we guys want to defend your mammies and all of that, some of you guys got to look back and your mammy was 304. Your mammy was 304 out here. All right. Yeah. Sergeant Tony says, still looking for proof that women are sharing men. Aisha Howard has a kid by both Lil Baby and Anthony Edwards. Come on, bro. CGA just showed a picture of Jeff Bezos on a boat dating with Tony Gonzalez's ex. Wowzers, for real. I don't see how people don't see it, man. And even Jeff Bezos has to deal with the bullshit. Bob says, I know people that like to put black men as a scapegoat, and indeed women have more kids than black men and desire the top 20% of them. But from the U.S. Census Bureau, it's approximately 70% of black men have kids. If only 20% of men reproduce, there will be issues about genetic diversity. Did you mean don't have kids or they do? All right. 70% of black men have kids. All right. But are they, what age? What age? Is it 18 to 30, 18 to 60, right? Because men can still reproduce down the line. But what about during 18 to 20, 18 to 30, 18 to 40? What is the number there? But somebody said, you also said if 20% of men reproduce, there will be issues with genetic diversity. Well, the nigga community is prime. Dude, you can go to the black community. You can pick out 5 people. And then you could go to another city and you can pick out 5 people that look exactly the same. Tell me I ain't lying. And look at all the slowness and the special education in the nigga community. All right, there's already issues with these inbreds. And there's even data that shows you a lot of nigga communities have inbreeding. Gary, Indiana, these places, there are no new people. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Detroit, most of the Midwestern cities where there's like a small nigga population in these areas, they have a lot of inbreeding. But you can go to the black community and you can pull out 5 people, then go to the next black community and pull out 5 people, and them niggas look the exact same. And the same nigga went from city to city, St. Louis to Chicago to Detroit. They're going to be a light-skinned person with green eyes. Oh, Baltimore had the whole incest thing. Dude, so there is an issue with this. Baltimore had this incest thing. where they said, let me see here, Baltimore black community incest. Where they're saying, dude, there's not enough new people. There's a metric that they use about how many new people come in versus how many new people leave. How many new people come into your town? I don't know what that metric is, but there's a metric. Somebody said black Billies, Tommy Sotomayor. But dude, you can find this, dude, you can find replicas of niggas down the line. You'd be like, oh, okay, that looked like a certain type of ninja. But there's a replica of there's a metric that shows you how many people move in versus how many people die and how many people move out. If your city has a metric that doesn't register over, meaning that there's not enough new people, not enough transplants, there's a lot of people dying, and then not enough people leave, those people have a high chance at incest and unintentional incest. Then when you have, Angry Man talked about this, when you have people that don't take the same last name of the father, it increases chances of unintentional incest. So if you have black women that typically have more babies by multiple men, but all the kids have different last names, then you go down 2 or 3 generations, there's a chance of unintentional incest. There's a chance of unintentional incest. Here we go right here. It says Baltimore County, Baltimore, Maryland, incest capital. All right, we don't know if this is true, but this does happen. There is a lot of this that goes on because these people, like who's, let me ask you this. Who have you heard say, I'm moving to Baltimore? Think about it. Who have you heard that said, I'm moving to Indianapolis? Who have you heard that says, I'm moving to Milwaukee, Cincinnati, Detroit? These are places that not a lot of people are going in and introducing new possibilities to mate. So these people are stagnant populations. It's kind of like still water, mosquitoes, and still water is not good. Anytime you see still water, it's terrible. The water's still. That's like, this is terrible water. It's dirty. There's no flow. New water is not coming in. It's murky, muddy. You can't see down to the bottom. All right. So with that being said, if people have a still population, they don't leave, new people aren't coming in, there's a chance that there will have unintentional incest. All right. Especially if you have children being produced out of wedlock. And then you increase the chance if you cannot have these children labeled with the same last name. So you have a woman with 3 kids by 3 different men, but they all have different last names. Down the line, you're going to have some unintentional incest. So he's saying there could be some genetic problems. Dude, Kentucky, anybody, West Virginia, Detroit, Milwaukee. You got a lot of people that are unintentionally breeding with family members and shit like this. All right, main event. Shout out to you though. I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm just saying, and look at how slow people are, how dumb people are. You can tell when they mating with their own people. All right, anyway. The whoish people definitely work to do this because when they date, since they have a small population of people and they tend to date of their own kind, religious wise or culturally wise or whatever it is, one thing that they do is they do genetic testing, especially in the East Coast. It is very common that Jewish people, before they date, they'll do genetic testing to make sure they're not related. Because they had an issue in the 40s, right? And they had a lot of people go all over the country because people all wanted to take their fucking heads off, right? And then they moved around the world and ended up in certain pockets. On the East Coast of New York, if they date, they will genetic test to make sure that they're not related. Look it up. But ninjas don't do this shit. Let's do it. Main event. Okay. New world order. All right. Why Mitches stay losing? Yes, we're going to get through this one right here. I got to get to it. I was going to get off onto another tangent, but I got to get to this right here. Why Mitches stay losing. Yeah, we gotta kind of watch out with our language to make sure that we are not committing acts of self-sabotage, defeatist mindsets, and these type of things. And one thing that happens is we create comfort amongst people who are not going to win. So you start having language that says, hey, we're not going to win, so we're going to all follow a common plan. And the people that are doing it, who are the winners, we're going to make sure we persecute them and say they're violating us by doing certain things. For instance, gatekeeping information. Okay, people that like capitalism. Okay, people that tell you there's no work-life balance. Hey, you need to go to work every day. No. So they'll team, losers will team together and they will start agreeing with each other on loser shit. You got to make sure you don't fall into that mindset. Okay, you don't need that. Okay, or never flex. Don't flex on social media. All right, why? You a loser. You ain't flexing on social media. All right, so you're never gonna flex anyway. But if you had it, you certainly would. Now, I played this video before, and this video is certainly true because it applies to the Mitch lesson that I'm teaching you guys, and it also applies to how people look at information and their entitlement to it. And I'm going to say only Mitches agree with people like this. And this tells you, man, you do have a lot of people that think like this and why they ain't never going to win. Dave Chappelle said, yeah, man, this is why I hate poor people, because they can't see past their own pain. Listen to this right here. Lady wants to know, why do black people charge the community to learn what they know? I played this before, but we're going to hear it again. This is a sister with her sister rag on. All right, shout out to her. Let's see what she says.
To address black people getting ahead and then charging other ahead. It's not community. Like, for example, you saying, oh, your house should be in a trust. Why do you got to charge me to show me how to make a trust? Why not just teach me how to make a trust? The goal is that we make it easier for the generations that come behind us. Just give the knowledge. Why do you got to charge me for the knowledge? Invest in the stock market. But I'm going to charge you to learn how to do the stock market. Why? Why not just learn so you can teach? That's community. Learning so you can teach. Bartering. Okay, them got eggs and got a farm. I'm throwing down $30 here, $30 there at the grocery store. Fuck the fee. Give me some eggs. I'm gonna teach you how to put this whole farm in a trust. Y'all don't barter. Y'all greedy. Why is hair $500? Y'all greedy.
This is embarrassing. Like, this is really embarrassing. Like, you know what I mean? And there's men that there's men in this space I've been fighting tooth and nail to get the fuck out of my life. They say the same thing. The men's space shouldn't have been monetized. There's no way to monetize men's content. There's no way. You shouldn't be charging men going through pain. You should be giving them. These people are fucking losers. Losers, bruh. If you're a man and you believe this, you're headed to Loserville, 100%. First of all, we don't live in this type of world. We live in this country. We practice what they call free market. All right, whether you agree with that or not, that's what we're doing. Okay. All right, whether you agree that it's healthy, it's good, it keeps the rich rich, the poor poor, I don't give a fuck. All right, we have what we call free market. Some people might call it capitalism, but capitalism actually isn't the term that was used to describe it initially. Capitalism is a term that Karl Marx and the communists came up with well, a pejorative to make it a negative term. So they're saying we're capitalizing off people, right? Humans are capital. We're capitalizing off people and taking advantage of them. But now we use it as, you know, just like any word, it can be used negatively and you adapt it, like nigga. All right, we adapt it. It's a term of endearment. All right, well, initially it was not. All right, so you can take any word and make it a positive. I take negative things said about me and make it a positive. Doom and gloom CGA. But it's really just a free market, which means, in effect, if you have a skill or a talent or something that you can make money from, we can use this system to trade back and forth, all right, for the dollar, for coins, for shekels. And then we can decide what we want to do with these shekels. We can purchase some other value from someone else. But if I just pass the information on to you, I have to have a trust that you're also going to benefit me back, or it's going to come back to me somehow else. What if I have more knowledge than you? Or what if I have more knowledge than most? Or what if I have the knowledge that benefits me the most and you have very little knowledge? All right, the little knowledge. Your little knowledge ain't going to benefit a lot of people, but my knowledge is going to benefit more people. I shouldn't benefit? I shouldn't benefit? Now, in our world, we call the people that are doing this today that have information that are not just sharing it willingly gatekeepers, grifters, and all of this stuff. Let me tell you, if you talk like this, you're going to be headed to Loserville. You ain't never going to be a winner. You ain't ever going to be a winner. You ain't never going to get up. You ain't never going to win. Why? Because you're going to always be using this to demonize other people while they're using it to benefit themselves or capitalize. Now, let me go ahead and teach again. We talked about free market versus the pejorative origination of the word capitalism by the communists. Communists and community simply are going to be the same. It comes from the same root word. Community. Communism. Typically, communism is a philosophy that says the community owns something, the government or other people outside of that don't own it. So 40 acres and be like, we own this as a group, a collective. Then we get to decide how this is going to be portioned out to the rest of the community. The government does not. The government has no hand in this. So we as a community keep it, and we get to dictate how it grows and how it's distributed out and stuff like that. Now, that's the original intent until you find out the government is going to come in here and say, oh, yeah, thanks for building all that. Thanks for those potatoes. We'll tell you how we're going to distribute it. All right, but community and communism comes from the same root, and it is the same mindset. So when you hear people saying community, they're also saying communism. That's what they're going to say. We as a community. So this is what she's saying. The community should help. And then she will describe what the community is. The black community. The black communism. Black communism. So black communism, not black capitalism. She's literally saying not black free market where somebody benefits from knowledge and doing the work. We're just going to do it as a community, and then we're all going to be down here, and then we'll all own the information. But for some reason, everybody's going to be on the honor system. So the hidden message is that they're telling you the black community has an honor system that we're going to follow. Just trust the honor system. But now what you'll do is you'll take information that you might have paid for to get. You might have went to school, college, but you paid to get the information. But because you're black communist, you must give the information to anybody that's black because honor system. That means I'm going to take the eggs and you're going to trust that that person takes those eggs and do great things with it. But they're not going to do great things with it. We know these niggas have no honor. They're going to give it to the gangbangers, the Pookies, the Ray Rays. They going to go and sell it when you give it to them. Them niggas don't have no honor. So she's insinuating that there's an honor system. But of course, the gangbangers and Nino Brown and Big U in the 60s and the Bloods and the Crips, them niggas gonna keep and stock the eggs away from the niggas and charge us double, and them niggas didn't pay for it. It's the same as cigarillos, weed, all of that shit. That's the problem with this black communism, is that they're gonna say, do it for the greater good of the people, but they'll rob your motherfucking ass blind and leave your ass poor and let the criminals run the shit and then say, don't look at the criminals. That's not all of us. That's just them. But them niggas run the block. And them niggas will have all the eggs that I gave or all the knowledge on how to get the eggs. And them niggas will keep it away from y'all ass and gatekeep it. Well, we can't do nothing about them, you know, but those are people, you know. So this is the problem with the theory. In theory, yes, each one teach one, and we're all the same, and we can help each other by just giving. But the problem is, if I give it to certain people, there's no honor. They're going to misuse the information for their own benefit and create a crime syndicate around the motherfucker. I mean, that's what they're going to do. Now, my information that I worked hard to get and use is now being misused, and I'm being priced out of it and elbowed out. They'll just elbow you out of it. This is not just the black community. The Italians did this. All of the communities do this to their own people. Thus, if we just go back to the original, the game is to be sold, not told. Everybody has a talent that they can benefit from. If you're good at something, never do it for free. Then there's free market. You have the ability to learn something that you can benefit others to monetize so you can sell. Not everybody's a grifter. Not everybody's trying to get over on you. Not everybody's trying to gatekeep. This is just how it should work. There is no barter when there's no honor and you're bringing nothing to the table. You ain't the table. What are you bringing back in terms of trade and bartering? Nothing. Bitch, you bringing nothing. So then why am I bartering and trading and you're bringing back less value? You don't bring any value. You're just a beneficiary. You're just a dependopotamus. And I'm the one out here working hard to make sure I get information that can benefit me, and you want me to just give you the information for free. This is the man's oath. This is the manosphere in a nutshell. You need to be out you need to be out here, coach, helping men. Fuck you, motherfucker. All right, you need to be out here putting money in my pocket so I can keep doing this. And if you ain't, kiss my ass, because you're just stealing from me at that point. You're just stealing from me. Last point on this one, because there's no need to keep it going. But last point on this one, and this is a point that a lot of people are going to miss. A lot of people are going to miss is that why give the weak people the information? Why do weak people why do weak people feel entitled to the information? You're a weak link. You're a weak link in the chain. Survival of the fittest. You're the weakest link. You're not supposed to reproduce. You're not supposed to have knowledge. Your ass supposed to die out and drown. That's what you're supposed to be. Why then prop you up? You're useless to many, many people. You're useless. You ain't going to make nobody any better. So why do this when you're not willing to invest in yourself? You haven't even taken the first steps to anything, but now you want everybody else to just give you the information. How come we just not giving people? Why do I need to be charged to make a trust? Well, it sounds like a good question from a loser perspective, but I have to spend the time, the energy, the money, energy, attention, the time with your resources to teach you to do it. Then when you can't do it, I have to make corrections for you to be able to do it. So I spend a resource to give you that information. You fucked it up. And or if it doesn't work, you're going to blame me, which is another resource. Pass the accountability on to someone else. What is she giving away in terms of something that can benefit us? You will find that these freeloaders operate under some sort of, and of course, when they pull out the black people and the communism, when they start pulling out the communism, you're going to hear that these are the losers. The losers. These are the people that don't want to do or going to do less, and they're going to benefit off the people who have done more. The very rough part about the communist mindset is this. The longer you do this, I want you to listen to this. And we see this now because then people start talking about socialism. Socialism eventually is going to turn to communism until they feel like they can perfect socialism. They're still trying to perfect socialism, guys. They're still trying to perfect the shit. All right, so they ain't giving up the ghost. But normally when you do it, they're going to turn into some form of communism where the people at the top is going to be a pyramid scheme. The people at the top, the politicians, are just going to steal from you and raise the prices on shit. All right. And then, or you're going to have high taxation. And then the losers are going to get the benefit. Here's the problem. What incentivizes the winners to win? We know the winners support the system. The politicians take from the winners. Then they distribute from the winners to the losers. Simple politics. Whether you're doing socialism, free market, capitalism, whether you're doing communism. That's how it works. The winners win. The government takes from the winners. They produce nothing. They create nothing. They just take from the winners and say taxation, and then they distribute to the losers. All right, so now, if we keep playing that game, why would the winners want to win? Answer this question, sweetheart. Why would I want to keep giving you ignorance information when I don't get anything back? This is what they have not figured out about these mindsets of community, communism, socialism. It sounds great on paper until you practice it. But why then do I win? Wouldn't it be better if I just be a loser like you? Wouldn't it be better if I'm a loser? Because obviously you are doing very well at it, sitting here being a fucking parasite, getting information that you ain't gonna fucking use, sitting here stealing everybody's oxygen. So if you are gonna keep living like this, what would be the benefit of working hard to collect information if I'm just gonna give it to you motherfuckers for free? Over time, you're going to de-incentivize people to be good. So if you just call them a grifter, shamer them, tell them don't flex, don't show your trophies, don't reward yourself, don't buy this, stock your money for a rainy day save, don't buy a watch, don't buy a nice car. Why would I then work for that if I got to hide it? Why would I work hard for that so I don't piss off you fucking losers? Why would I work all that hard? Ladies, why would I date an overweight, fat 42-year-old woman and I make $1 million a year? What incentive was that to work that hard if I'm going to just deal with a fat single mother at the end? This is what these people don't realize. You're then going to de-incentivize people. Oh, fuck, these people just ain't going, they just going to take. See what I'm saying? Like, and then what they do is then the criminals become the winners. The lazy, lethargic becomes the winners in the end. It is crazy. How the hell does this even make sense? Why work so hard if I'm going to just end up being with loser people at the end? It ain't no each one teach one. This shit is loser communism. I'll play the clip again and get to the super chats and get up out of here, bruh. This is why Mitches in this space need to be eradicated. When they call people grifters, this is communist shaming. It's just shaming you for being free market. When they tell you don't brag, don't flex, that's loser communism talk. Okay? Don't show your rewards. Don't show your hard work and effort. No, don't do that. You're going to make me feel bad. Loser. When they say don't make money off people's pain. Loser. That's how everybody makes money, off people's pain. You know what happens? You're fucking hungry. What are you going to do? Go to work. Why? So you can eat. Then you're going to buy groceries so your motherfucking stomach ain't hurting tomorrow. Everybody makes money off of everybody's pain. Lawyers, accountants, stock market, all of that shit. Banks. Everybody makes money off of everybody's pain, or so to prevent you from having pain. That's the basis of survival. But you got losers even in the man space that agree with women like this. You guys are absolute pinko commies.
Going to have to address black people getting ahead and then charging other ahead. It's not community. Like, for example, you saying, oh, your house should be in a trust. Why do you got to charge me to show me how to make a trust? Why not just teach me how to make a trust?
Doctors make money off of everybody's pain. Why you gonna charge me to make a trust? And she really thought this shit out. Look at her. And y'all be dating strags out like this, bro. This is why I've had no strag policy. Loser shit. You can tell, man. And she's just young, but she ain't ever gonna get trained right, because guess what? Guess what? You know what happens? These people end up women that they say y'all could date.
Trust.
She's serious too.
Like, for example, you saying, oh, your house should be in a trust. Why do you got to charge me to show me how to make a trust?
This is ignorant shit, bro. This is ignorant to the max. Like, dude, I can't explain this type of ignorance.
It's not community. Like, for example, you saying, oh, your house should be in a trust. Why do you got to charge me to show me how to make a trust?
Incredible. Incredible, man. And she had a chance in life, but of course, she's in her 20s and she's gone. She lost. And she ain't never coming out of this. She going to be a forever Democrat, Kamala Harris. She ain't never going to be rehab from this. You have up until 12 years old to rehab this shit. Like, gentlemen, you have until a woman at 12. And by the way, shout out to Dr. Shahrazad Ali. She agrees with me. I have a 12-year-old into the rope for women. Once they hit after 12, wherever they at and are going to get from 13 to 18, they cooked. They're cooked. There's no coming back from it. All right. The only way they come back from it is if they hit a lick, and then they'll find out real fast when they get taxed up the ass that they'll realize communism ain't good. Right? They're going to be like, oh, shit. And they'll would I believe that. Other than that, if they still out here being a freeloader, they ain't never going to learn, fam.
Why not just teach me how to make a trust?
Why not just teach me? Just give it to me. Niggas love free. Niggas and free go hand to hand like white on rice and moths to a flame, like flies on shit. Niggas and free go together, bruh. Just give it to me.
The goal is that we make it easier for the generations that come behind us.
Yeah, bullshit. Bullshit. That is bullshit.
Just give the knowledge.
Just give. Give it to me.
Why do you got to charge me for the knowledge?
Why you got to charge me? That means she don't want to work. Because she ain't going to have the money. Bitch going to spend a whole bunch of money on hair and nails and eyelashes. Fuck that. You get money from me to help me? Not I.
Invest in the stock market. But I'm going to charge you to learn how to do the stock market.
Yep. All right. I just want to be given the knowledge to make the money. Just give me the knowledge, and then I'll just plunk it and move the chips over there, and I'll be a millionaire. This is how it works. In their mind, this is how it works. Just tell me how to do it, and I'll be rich. Don't make no sacrifices. And might as well just let me start off with 100 grand. Fuck it.
Why? Why not just learn so you can teach? That's community.
Yeah, learn so you can just give it away. Why don't you spend all your time in college learning, sacrificing, studying, reading, applying, passing, failing? All right. Do all the goddamn work. All right. Sacrifice and risk. Eat top ramen. Don't date. Don't smoke. Don't fuck. All right. And then just come out here after you done all of that sacrificing and risking. Give me the information.
Learning so you can teach. Bartering.
Bartering. They know when they know what to do when it's time to talk about free shit. These freeloading ass niggas love free shit, bro. Barter. She know what that means. What are you giving? Barter means you give something back.
Okay, them got eggs and got a farm. I'm throwing down $30 here, $30 there at the grocery store. Fuck the fee.
All right, fuck the fee.
Give me some eggs.
Just give me the eggs.
Teach you how to put this whole farm in a trust.
A farm in the trust. The farm is now in the trust. Yep. And the eggs are too.
Y'all don't barter. Y'all greedy.
Y'all greedy. Greed.
Why is hair $500? Y'all greedy.
Greedy. Gimme. Gimme. Free. Gimme. Pain. Charge. Barter. Community. Black people. Together. Each one teach one. These niggas, these communists are something else, bro. I don't agree in this philosophy at all. I don't agree with none of this shit. None of it. All right. And I never have. All right. Shout out to our brother. It is. Bob says, you have a point about Baltimore and other cities. For the 70% of black men who have kids, it's between 15 and infinity. So, yeah, I mean, then if you take men that are 40 and 80 that can still reproduce, then the number does go up of the men that have children. So, yeah. All right. Shout out to our brother JD, the chauvinist. He says the game is to be sold, not told. Anybody that gets sucked in giving away information for free, meaning that you're gonna think it's benefiting the greater good, you a sucker. Now, in social media, you do have to give away free information. So what we teach on the money mindset is you can't give no information away. All right, because social media has so many people saying information. It's hard for you to get up here and give no information and tell people to subscribe to you. All right, you want the secret? Subscribe and go to my hidden paywall. Nobody's going to do that. So you do have to get used to being creative of giving away so much free information that 90% of your population is not going to use, so it's no threat. They're still going to not use it, and you gave it to them, and then you have the secret sauce that you can sell after that. So you still do have to give away information on social media and stuff like that, because we're in the really information age. There's really, and here's the sad part about it, like most people have all the information they really need. What people need is motivation, inspiration. What they need is a little bit of direction. They need their hand held, right? So that's where people are missing, right? They need the guts, the testicular fortitude. So that's what I master in. I master in inspiring you and changing mindset. They need the mindset shift so that they can take the information and make themselves great. Like, nigga, you got they need the validation. Niggas got all the information right now to become a multimillionaire. Yep, they need the discipline. They need the order. That's what they need. They need to have a pathway. So most of my conversation is about discipline, mindset, order, getting rid of dead weight, disciplining yourself, all right, consistency, patience. Like, that's my whole message. It ain't like y'all waiting for me to tell y'all niggas, oh, put this on this and put that on that. You're never going to get rich like that. You're never going to get rich because the first time you face losses and adversity, you're going to quit. So giving you the information to make the move ain't going to work. Okay? I can get you right now to a sports bettor that can make sure and then guarantee you that you'll win 50 to 60% of your sports bets. 50 to 60%. And that's the only edge you need in sports bets. Now, however, you know what's going to happen? You can lose 5 bets in a row. You can lose 5 bets in a row. That's highly possible. And if you just start and say, this guy is 60%, he's a genius in sports betting. He can get you a 60%. You're basically going to beat the Vegas odds. You'll sign up, and that motherfucker, you will lose 5 bets in a row. You'll be down $2,500, and guess what? You'll quit. Why? No discipline, no sacrifice, no patience, no risk. You don't want to have the knowledge. Bitch, you just want the free money. Well, there's no free money. There's no free moves. It's 60%. That's the best odds you're going to get. So soon as you face losses and adversity, you're going to quit. That's why fucking people are losers. So I gave you the info. I gave you the moves. You didn't want to weather the storm because you're a fucking loser and a quitter. So guess what? You had the information and you still fucking lost because you had no discipline. So you need to change your mindset first to be able to say, I'm going to take some losses. I'm going to weather the storm and win. Just giving you the information don't help if you don't have the discipline, consistency, patience, mindset. Shout out to Scotty P. Yes. So giving you information don't help. All right. Shout out to our brother here. It's Victor D. He says, slapping Mitches is a hobby. Mitch Ninja. Shout out to Q the exec, says the life you save will be your own. Fuck everybody else. For real. The life you save will be on your own. All right. All right. Shout out to you. Ooh, wee. I be cooking out here, man. My message is about perseverance, discipline, patience, mindset, getting rid of dead weight. All right, sacrificing. All right, that's going to be the difference in your life. And then, yes, you got to accumulate information. Then you got to take the risk. Okay. Maryland Guy says, I work at a hospital lab in Baltimore. We get quite a bit of tests from suspected lead poisoning in children. But the lack of genetic diversity on top of that, that's why a lot of people have in Baltimore are tards. Okay. All right. Put the lack of diversity, genetic diversity on top of that, and lead poisoning. That's why a lot of people in Baltimore are tards. He said, damn. All right. Goodness gracious. Now what? Yeah, man. I was going to go a little bit deeper, but I don't. Pause. Shout out to Ayo. It says communism collapses in practice because it overlooks the dual forces of human nature, which are greed and self-perseverance. Ideals alone can't suppress ambition or the desire for control. That is an BLM leaders. Oh, yes. Oh, example, BLM leaders. So, yes. So communism on paper and socialism on paper is great. Oh, this sounds great. Until you find somebody that is greedy. Okay, then they're just going to gatekeep. They're going to do the exact thing you were trying to avoid. All right, so you're still going to have a gatekeeper. You're going to find somebody that's greedy. You're going to have a crime boss, a mafia, a gang. They're not going to get greedy because you then practice something like, you know, you didn't protect yourself. You convinced no guns, no weapons. We don't need no defense, no army. We're just going to have the honor system. Then somebody going to show up and say, yeah, fuck all that. Right after you get rid of the rakes, the machetes, the knives, the AK-47s, now you done got rid of your defense and they disarmed you and then they pivot. Or the government. They just simply say, yeah, that was nice and cool. We practiced that shit and fuck all that. We changing the rules. Now what do? Nigga, you stuck. So that's why it don't work. They convince you to disarm yourself and trust them. And then guess what? They change the rules. They just start raising the taxes. That happened in Russia, the Soviet Union. All right, the Soviet Union, the government got up in there and they said, yeah, we were going to give you group potatoes for these group of people. But then they strong-armed them and said, yeah, but these group of people over here need potatoes. But you're like, we didn't grow potatoes for them. And you're the government. You can't dictate where we put the potatoes. We made the potatoes for these people. And they said, yeah, that's nice. And then they pulled out guns. Give me your motherfucking potatoes. All right, fuck all that. We tried to ask. Now we taking it. And we're taking it to these people over here because they don't got none. Just like that. Now you got motherfucking communism. Now you got control. And you can't fight them now. No guns, no knives. Y'all was playing the honor system and you got. Okay? Now the cartel shows up and takes your shit.
Gotcha, bitch.
I thought we were playing the fair game in the honor code. Yeah, fuck all that. You see this? You want to get shot? They chop somebody's head off or make somebody the sacrificial lamb. They start shooting people. And now it's the New World Order.
New World Order.
All right. That's what happens when you do community. A man named G, coach, a defensive coordinator towards coach is a defensive coordinator towards women and an offensive coordinator against the men. Both sides dominating the game for sure. We out here running up the score on Mitches. Run up the score, man. You know, as a coach, I used to always be mad at my team when we get up 2 or 5 or 10 and them niggas start celebrating. Okay? And I'd be like, bruh, don't celebrate. Run up the score. All right? And they don't run up the score. And guess what? The other team go on a run. And then we cooked. Now we're playing a tight game at the end. Run up the score on these Mitches. Wise L says, I know a black dentist who is dating a 38-year-old white divorcee with a 12-year-old. Even the high-earning ninjas are bottom feeders. Shaking my head. That's the whole age game, though. All right, a lot of guys don't want to date young women because they feel bad. Maybe I'm not doing the right thing. So they date an older woman in a worse situation because they're age appropriate. Mr. Inquisitive Coach, I already took the advice. I got diamond and just got my verified check. And yep, it's 8, 9s, and 10s already tapping in on my line. This feels great. Just got to watch a few of your locals episodes to sharpen up, but already seeing the potential. Shout out to you. He took my advice on some local stuff out the JUCO, and he already sees the results. It happens ASAPidly, overnight. Last one, Jones G. Those losers are like gazelles to a lion. They are meant to be slaughtered for life. Let them perish. He says they will only help you because, they will only help you become broken like them. Hell no. Hell no. And anybody telling y'all niggas get married, these people they're trying to perform communism on you. We need to help these black women. In the black community, we'd be better if we get married. No, it would be better if we got rid of these niggas. All right. It would be better if y'all stopped letting the street games and street politics run the street. That's how the black community will get better. Not get people getting married. Stop letting young niggas run your block and scare you off the block. Shout out to H Everyday says ninjas don't want knowledge. They want now and laters. They don't want knowledge. They want now and laters. This is a fact. All right, 100%. So I believe that 100% fact, Jack. Yes, it's time to go. So do me a favor, hit the like button on this stream. All right, because we was out here helping y'all. We're helping y'all, and y'all paid me. Oh, we do have 2 more. Black Boss says, in response to the girl with the house in a trust fund, bitch, I don't owe you ish. Free agent lifestyle for life. Peter W. says, I was born in a communist country. It's terrifying how the fundamentals of this ideology are everywhere and have been taught in schools for decades. I don't think this train will be stopped. The U.S. will have some version of authoritarianism in a few decades. Thanks for the teaching. He's a man born in communism, so I don't want to hear you niggas telling me communism will work. He'll already tell you. By the way, the schools are teaching you communism. The teachers are teaching you communism. Public school, is it free or is there a price? Public school is granted as free, but it's not. It's not actually free. What happens is the losers of society become teachers. Teachers are low on the economic scale, so they struggle. They tend to be more liberal and more what? They tend to more be activists. They tend to live a frustrating life. So then they teach your kids communism for free. Shout out to the Coach Gang. We out of here. Peace.